Hey YouTube, it's your girl, The Real Teddy Talks, educating you on entrepreneurship, your hustle and your grind, and building generational wealth. And today we're still on that wealth building stream, and I want to talk about a video I made a couple weeks ago, asking if you're an investor or if you're a trader. I want to add one other layer to that and ask if you are a gambler, right? So one of my co-panelists in my cryptocurrency masterclass on Dr. Watkins' platform, the Black Business School, his name is Raven Moore, and we were doing our weekly live sessions with our students, and that was another layer he added in there about gambling. And I want to clarify what that means because I want to set everyone else up on the right track to investing. So when you're investing, you need to be looking at a long-term perspective. You need to be looking at, where is my money going to take me a year, 3, 5, 10 years from now? Not days and not weeks, all right? So if you're entering cryptocurrency, if you're entering the stock market, if you're entering real estate, you cannot be looking at things very short term. Because if you have short-term eyes, you're going to expect short-term profits. And if you're receiving short-term profits from anything, you have to question the volatility of it. So if you're invested in an asset, and that asset is producing significant gains in a short amount of time, and it's not because of timing, but it's because that is what that asset does, then you're in a volatile market, and it will be very hard for you to sit back and kind of let your investment autopilot. Because if it's volatile, you'll constantly have to be checking to see what it's doing, where it's going, and why it's doing that. So if you are in the investment mindset, wealth building mindset, I need you to be looking long term, all right? And if you're looking shorter term, then maybe you need to be in that trading mindset. You might buy into a cryptocurrency named Doge, for instance, because you're expecting a short-term turn on it, not because it's a good platform, not because it has a good community, not because the project is building and growing and they're following their roadmap and they're doing all these great things. It's because you know that there's hype building around this thing and you want to get in before the pre-hype stage so that when the hype really hits, then you can pull out, all right? So that's trading. So the next layer is gambling. When you're gambling with your money, you have no real evidence, no proof, no plan that you're gonna get out of it what you put in. So if you're playing poker or you're gambling in Vegas or something, you can know a lot about the game you're playing, especially if it's a card game, to make your odds better, right? Blackjack. You can make your odds better because you know when you need to fold, you need to keep hitting, you need to stay, but you're still gambling. You don't know what that next card is. You have no idea unless you're a card counter, and even then it's still conjecture, right? So when you're gambling, you don't know the end result. When you're buying into coins, meme coins, projects you haven't researched, that'd be like buying a house and not getting an appraisal on it, not knowing the history, not knowing if it's in a flood zone, not knowing what the owners have done to it, what improvements have been made. There's no city records that show the add-ons to the house. If you wouldn't put your money into that, why would you put your money into a token or a coin that you know nothing about, and it has a cute dog on the picture, or it has Elon Musk's face on it, but you know nothing about the project, and they haven't even gone through the trouble of faking it to tell you that there's something really going on? So if you put money into a project like that with anything, then you're gambling. So I need you to ask yourself if you're an investor, a trader, or a gambler. And what I'm going to start doing at the end of my videos is try to give you an action plan so that you can succeed in the best way possible. So in this instance, when you're trying to figure out who you are, where you want your money to grow, you need to ask yourself those 3 questions. And if you decide, well, from whatever you decide, you need to say, this is my goal. This is my short-term goal, my mid-term goal, and my long-term goal. Once you have your goals established, then you ask yourself, how much money do I have to put towards achieving that goal? If you have a good long-term goal and you want to put in $100 a week, $100 a month, $250 a month, $500 a month, and you've established that, so that's what you're going to put in towards your goal, Then you want to dollar cost average into that goal. And from the course, I see that expression, dollar cost average, is not clear to everyone. So let me make it clear. Dollar cost averaging means you're going to invest in that thing no matter what. Whether the market's up, the market's down, you're taking the emotion out of investing. So if you have $500 to invest every month, you might every Saturday, assuming there's 5 Saturdays in that month, every Saturday you're going to put $100 into that investment. That way you catch it when it's a little high and you catch it maybe when it's a little low. But over the average of the month and over the average of the year, you will have caught the average price of that investment. And you do that and you add in, as I said before in one of my other videos, consistency and persistence. You be persistent and you will build wealth. You will build wealth, okay? Time in the market is better than timing the market. So get your action plan together. Decide what you want to do and the time frame you want to do it, and get in there and do it. Invest in yourself 1% a day to reach your exponential greatness. And you will see phenomenal results. But don't just sit there. Get in there and do the thing. I wish you all the luck. This is the Real Teddy Talks, signing off.